I've made my way down to Drysdale to visit the Whiskery, which is the cellar door for the Bellarine Distillery. Let's go have a look. How's it going, Russ?
Good, Matt.
You said if I got that right, you'd give me a gin, so that's a good start.
I did.
I got to start by saying I got great mustache envy from you. A beautiful red mo.
It's a brotherhood.
Yeah. I'm going to put a photo of you on my bedroom wall.
Oh, God.
You know, just so I can wake up, I'll see it. And I'll go, that's the end game. That's the goal. This is a great place.
Thanks.
It feels nice to be here.
It's relaxing, isn't it?
Yeah, so this is a cellar door, but it is also, I mean, this is where you make some great drinks.
In a little makeshift bar, it's something that I knocked up myself. Yeah. Over summer, we can often close the gate mid-afternoon because the car park's full. And
what was the inspiration to kick it all off?
We purchased this property 5 years ago. We were looking for somewhere to potentially start a distillery, and this property was available, and it was in need of a clean-up. So we took the punt, and 2.5 years to get that through, and then another 12 months to actually do all the renovations and get everything up to speed. You've got to be tenacious. We pushed pretty hard for 5 years, and then of course you open, and it's another whole world because all of a sudden you're running a business you've never run before. So. Yeah, I always say to my kids, don't get to my age and go, I wished I had have.
Yeah.
Have a go. Yeah, don't want to die wondering.
That's inspirational.
Oh, thank you.
In the meantime, you were starting to work on some of the concoctions. You call it gin sort of like a concoction, right?
We've got 2 gins, Teddy and the Fox and Rosie and the Rabbits. Yeah.
And they were inspired, the names inspired by your dogs.
Yeah, well, little Ted, the little Staffy, he's a character. He chased a fox one day across the Port Arlington Road on Queen's birthday weekend, very busy traffic. Turned around, came back through the traffic and survived both excursions. So we honoured his fleet of foot with put him on the label of the gin. An artist in Sydney did that for us, Stewart. He's done a fantastic job.
How much of the process is done in-house here?
All of it. The whiskey is. Yeah,
just all of it?
Just all of it. Look, the whiskey is, although that is a lie, we do make our wash off-site. We go to a little brewery in Geelong, in South Geelong, Cockies, Jamie Roydhouse, and we create a wash, and we actually did that yesterday. So we made 2,500 litres of what is almost beer.
Right.
Once that's fermented, we bring it back here and put it through the still twice. And we end up with, out of 2,500 litres, about 200 litres of ethanol at about 75, 78% ABV. And then we put that into oak casks. French oak off Scotchman's Hill Winery that's had their Pinot Noir in it. Yep. And we have them recoopered at a cooperage over in Seppeltsfield in South Australia. And the cooper chars them heavily for us. So it brings out some strong vanilla notes out of the French oak.
One of your gins is put through Pinot Noir barrels, is that right?
Yep. Some of those barrels we don't recooper. Rosie and the Rabbits, which is quite an exotic style of gin, and we leave that in the Pinot Noir cask for 4 months.
Awesome. Maybe it's a good time to taste a few of these.
Ooh,
what do you reckon?
So? Absolutely. Okay, Matt, we're going to sample a gin. I did promise you. We've got our 2 gins. We've got 2 more on the way. Teddy and the Fox, very citrusy. It's got a combination of interesting botanicals. Juniper, of course. It's got orange and zest and orange juice, coriander, lemon myrtle, star anise, and orris root, which is the ground root of an iris.
Right. Is it that a certain amount of ingredients required?
Oh yes.
Yep.
The weights, the measures, everything that goes into creating this. It's a very handcrafted product.
I would have loved for you to be like, yeah, we just chuck it in.
And we chuck it down.
Hand pour.
Okay. Now I'm going to pour you a sample of Teddy and the Fox. I'm going to teach you a technique for tasting a neat spirit. So pick that up, and don't pick it up and sniff it. A lot of people will sniff a neat spirit, and at 42% ABV, they burn their nose.
Yep.
And then they knock it back and they burn their throat, and you don't taste in your throat.
Right.
You taste in your mouth. Take it up to your nose, but with your mouth slightly open. Just inhale gently through nose and mouth simultaneously. So just draw that up and you get that lovely citrus aroma that the orange and lemon myrtle produce. The coriander comes through it, and once you've tasted this, you'll get the star anise at the back of your tongue. Now, the tasting, we're going to take a sip, but we're not going to swallow it immediately. I want you to wash it around in your mouth. Coat your mouth.
Yep.
Give yourself the best possible chance to really taste and experience the gin.
I want to experience this gin.
Hold it there. Draw a breath through your nose. We call this gin yoga. Draw a breath through your nose. Hold it. Swallow the gin and let the fumes out.
Okay.
Immediately, and you'll get sensation, you'll get flavour that will linger, but you won't have any harsh ethanol reflux or burn. Okay?
Oh.
Oh, there goes the ping.
Oh, hello. Hello,
get the ping
boys.
on the tongue?
Yeah.
How's that lovely citrus flavour?
And yeah,
And there was nothing harsh about
I
it.
feel like I'm tasting everything. It's a flavour party.
It's a party in your mouth.
Party in my mouth. There's about 6 different ingredients involved.
Now, one thing I would like to say to the punters at home, it's no good tasting gin with tonics and saying, well, that's my favourite. Taste it neat. Use that technique, makes it easy. Now, Rosie was put together as a fireside sipper for winter. It's got Turkish apricots, Middle Eastern black limes, and the grains of paradise, which are they're part of the pepper family, and they leave a lovely peppery finish on your palate.
The pepper family.
And it spends the 4 months in a Scotchman's Hill Pinot Noir cask. So it's got a bit going on. It's a lovely smooth gin, yes. It does some fantastic classic whisky cocktails, a rusty nail, an old-fashioned, which we call a new-fashioned. But it is a lovely gin, just to sip neat. And a gin and tonic with a particular tonic that we use here, a gin and tonic with Rosie, a slice of lime and a sprig of rosemary. It's one of the nicest gin and tonics you'll ever have.
They're so different from each other.
Absolutely different.
Another party in my mouth. New guests have been invited, but they're all having a good time.
Beautiful. It is, it's totally different. It would have been pointless making a gin that was similar.
But it's, I don't think, I like a gin, but I feel like I've had my eyes open a bit. I didn't realise how much variety you could have, but I also don't think I've been drinking them properly.
Well, that technique's critical, you know, and if you want to find a spirit that suits you or that you might become your favourite spirit, it's no good having it in a mixer, or you might,
That's definitely been a mistake I've made as well.
Try it neat. There's a lot of different things you can do. This guy does a great Negroni, Campari and vermouth. It's a fantastic cocktail. Does a lovely martini, beautiful martini.
I'm gonna hang out here a lot, I think, if that's okay. My hot tip is visit here at the Whiskery, and if you do, you'll probably find me holding up one end of the bar. This end, probably.
This end?
I live here now.
Wonderful, Matt.
Russ,
thanks for coming in.
thanks for having me.
It's a pleasure, mate.
It's been my pleasure. Stop it. Anyway, that's all the time we've got here on Cellar Door Last Drinks. Laters.